If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you are a Machar choir member, please come to the front. The rest of you can ignore me for a moment. Good morning, everyone. Shana Tova. For those who are in the family service, you know why we're not going to say Gamar Chatima Tova. For the rest, let's just say we're not especially concerned about being inscribed for a good fate for the coming year. We're not fatalists, mostly. Welcome to Machar's Yom Kippur Day service for 2025 at the beginning of the Hebrew calendar year of 5786. But who's counting? Me. For those who don't know me, I'm Jeremy Kreidel. I've been Machar's rabbi since about 2017, and I'm glad you're all able to join us here today. If you are new to Machar, welcome. I hope I get a chance to meet you, even if it's only briefly. If you've been with us before, welcome back. I'd also like to talk to you. It's not like I only talk to new people. I know that some of us are more comfortable or less with being in a big room like this, and so we're being joined by returning and new participants who are at home or maybe at their offices or maybe on a train via the internet, as well as in person at Cedar Lane Unitarian Universalist Congregation here in Kensington, Maryland, and thank you to Cedar Lane for hosting the live stream for those who are joining us online. If you're in the room with us today, there are restrooms on this floor and the floor below. The restrooms are not gender-coded. They have equipment. The equipment is listed on the door. Pick the one that suits what you need for yourself. As well, take a look and take note of where there are emergency exits, you know, the glowing red exit signs that you see around, and note that not all of them are handicapped accessible. In particular, that one is not accessible if you cannot use stairs. If you need an accessible exit, it is the main door that you came in through. It has a button to operate the door. There are no ramps or anything like that. We'll be joined today by a number of readers, our choir, and our Ba'alimot Tekiyah, our shofar blowers. We'll also have a talk on this year's theme, Disquiet, from one of our two choir leaders, Joy Markowitz, and there's much else besides to talk about. Before we go too much further, a note about our books. The books you have, if you're in person with us today, include a section toward the back that we've named the hymnal section. Many of the songs that we do are in that hymnal section. They're listed by number. This sounds more confusing than it is, and you only really have to worry about it if you want to be able to sing along, I guess. So make that choice now, or most of them have the dots as well, if you need the dots. There's also a handout of supplemental material that is not musical in nature. Hopefully you got that. There won't be a test on the material or anything like that, but it will be referred to and you might want it in hand. I know it's easy to sit for a while in a long while in a place and be distracted, and there won't be lightning that comes through the window to shock you if you don't pay rapt attention to the page in front of you. It's okay if you get distracted. Your mind actually does need to wander sometimes, and when you come back, we'll still be here. I'll be announcing page numbers regularly to make sure that everyone kind of knows where they are. In other words, don't feel guilty if you zone out. There's so much in Judaism that lets us feel guilty. Let this one go. However, to this extent, suggestion is about to mean, do you really want me looking at you like this, with my foot tapping on the ground? Go ahead and turn off the ringers and various other doodahs on your cell phones, smartwatches, tablets, whatever else that you really don't need an audible alert for. I'm not going to be checking like I was in law school when they come up the row and check to make sure that you're not surfing the internet. Yes, they did that in my law school classes. The person next to me actually did get caught once. Many volunteers have helped make the high holiday services possible, and we'll be thanking them later today, but for the moment, I'd like to invite our president, Will David, up to give his own welcome.
Good morning. For those of you I haven't met, I'm Will David. This is my second year as president of Machar. At Rosh Hashanah, I talked about who Machar is as a member of the Society for Humanistic Judaism, and for the benefit of those who are visiting us, I described what Machar has to offer by way of Sunday school, bar mitzvah, adult education, and groups in which members can get involved. Last night at Kol Nidre, Rabbi Jeremy asked us to describe what we are doing to find solace or support in response to the disquiet that we are feeling. We passed the mic around and mentioned things that we do for alone time, as well as things that we do with others, such as participating in singing groups together, protests and rallies together, helping other people to get out and vote, Joyce, and simply enjoying our weekend time together. We find strength in each other. And as we seek to find connections with one another at Machar, I think one of the most important things for both prospective new members and current members to know is this: Machar is not a static organization. We are growing and evolving as we must in response to the world around us and in order to support our members with what they need most. For example, just last week, a group of Sunday school, JCS, parents reached out to Rabbi Jeremy and me, offering to organize additional activities that can strengthen our community and create more spaces for us to connect, such as a walking group, humanistic text study, playing music, group meditation. Many others among us are deeply struggling with what is happening here and in Israel, Gaza, and the West Bank, and are wrestling with how it affects being Jewish. Members have expressed that we need guidance on how we should respond and ways in which our rabbi can help us think through the issues. Rabbi Jeremy will discuss just that this morning in his sermon. For those of you who are new or longtime members and may not yet be that involved in Machar or not as involved as you once were, please don't hesitate to make your voice heard and get involved in new ways. We welcome new initiatives and would love to have your involvement in one of our committees, groups, or on the board. We are committed to continuing to grow and develop, and if you have a need that Machar community is not fulfilling but could be, or a new idea to improve our community, please reach out and let us know. If you are considering joining Machar, please know that Machar is an open and dynamic community, and we would love to talk to you more about us. Yom Kippur is a time for individual reflection, but we are also reflecting as a congregation. For example, we are in a pivotal time with regard to our collaboration with Bechai, the humanistic Jewish congregation that Machar's founders first founded, and what direction that can or should go to help strengthen us into the future. We all know that this is a difficult and scary time right now in our country and around the world. I look forward to continuing to work together to help our congregation grow and develop so that it can remain a source of solace and support. Shana Tova.
Before we turn to our service in earnest, we'll take a moment to introduce one another to those around us. Before we do, you may notice that several people here have name tags that say JCS parent, and maybe ask me anything. I can't remember. Does it say ask me anything? Okay. I'm getting several nods from the people wearing them. It says ask me anything. So if, while you are moseying about meeting new people, you have questions about the school, about families, any of that kind of thing, please feel free to ask one of those folks because they are here to talk to you specifically about those things. So let's go ahead and just take a moment to introduce yourself, meet new people, re-greet old people, maybe rediscover somebody that you already knew and you didn't remember, any of that. We're going to come back together. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. I'd like to invite up our first reader for today, Marlene Cohen. And while Marlene is coming up, and anybody who's coming up to the stage, please note there are cables on the floor. Be careful coming up. Before we start, I want to add one more note. Reality is part of what we do and deal with as a community, and engagement with the real world as it comes is part of the humanistic Jewish package. The reality in our area is that the absence of a properly enacted federal budget package is and will hurt us. The Jewish Federation of Greater Washington has resources available to help those affected, in particular a support line called J-Caring, which can provide referrals for mental health support, career services, financial assistance, and other social services. Among the financial services they provide is something called the Hebrew Free Loan Association, which can provide interest-free loans to members of the Jewish community in order to bridge the gap on income and other things like that. If you need a referral to J-Caring, please let me know. You can email me, you can send me a text message, or you can walk up to me, not right now, but you can walk up to me and say, I need the J-Caring number, I have it in my email, I'm happy to give it to you. It is one of the things that the Jewish community has put more money into since, let's just call it November of last year. We are on the top of page 1. Our congregation is more than a congregation. It is more than a collection of people. It is a community of friends, an alliance of believers.
We are engaged in shared work. We are moved by shared ideals. There's a solidarity of purpose, a unity of goals. When we celebrate together. And when we need support, we support each other.
Our congregation is more than an institution. It is more than a casual assumption. It's a family of choice, a fellowship of like-minded people. Our bonds are more than convenience and tradition. We have chosen to be here because we want to be here.
We have chosen to be here because we need to be here, because standing alone is never as inspiring as standing together.
The Day of Atonement is a time when we seek to feel at one with all the sources of our being, with the living world of nature as the splendid days of autumn emerge out of the lush abundance of summer, with ourselves in our search for the integrity of belief and action, mind and body, with family and friends whose encouragement strengthens our resolve. Above all, on this special day, we strive to feel at one with a living people whose unique experience gives us a rich identity.
Most of us do not choose to be Jewish. We discover our Jewishness in countless ways as we learn about ourselves and family. For some of us, being Jewish is a minor enterprise, subordinate to larger concerns. For many of us, Jewishness is a central commitment, demanding a major allocation of energy and time.
All of us come together to celebrate our kinship. We belong to an ancient family whose story still unfolds in lands we shall never see and in our own homes and lives. At this moment, distance and time collapse. We are at one with our people. We are on the middle of page 2 for our first song, Havenu Shalom Aleichem. The choir will lead us in that, and it is number 1 in your hymnal section.
Shalom
No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. If a clod be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less, as well as if a promontory were, as well as if a manor of thy friends or of thine own were. Any man's death diminishes me, because I'm involved in mankind, and therefore never send to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee.
A couple of months ago, as we were kind of getting started on the organizing stuff for the holidays, I told the choir what the theme would be for the holidays, this disquiet idea. And they thought, well, maybe we could pick a song, maybe we can find a song, a new song that we haven't sung before, that would address dealing with that. And so they put together a list of possible songs and they did a poll, and the song that we've added at this point in the service was chosen unanimously by the choir. It's a song by a British songwriter, Frank Turner, who wrote it in the wake of Brexit in his own country and the 2016 election in our own, and it's